welcome back to the GSL up and down matches. We just had some awesome matches. They have only just begun. You can see our stats so far. Squirtle taking a lead 0 losses, 1-1 for Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart going down a game. Keen 1-0, and of course Boom Boom taking a loss there. Avenge is about to play his first game, so he has no results thus far.
Yeah, I really like that we have the results in the middle right now, because I'm still here with a pen and paper and trying to keep track of everything that's happened so far. But I love it that we have the, all those numbers being as well. Pretty cool.
As you can see basically where the players came from. 10 people came from the second round of Code A, 3 from the third round, of course, round of 16 and round 32, 3 and 11 respectively there. I said those all in weird orders, but you can see the rate of advancement as well.
And we have a great day today. We have a lot of matches, tons of games, 6 players competing, 2 Zergs, 2 Protoss, and 2 Terran. And the next game will feature our first TVP for the day. We'll have Avenge against King. King already up 1 game. He won his first match. He won against Heart. And we have still, we haven't seen Avenge today yet.
Yeah, we will see what he can show us. Like I said earlier, he's kind of like the Keen of Protoss. He shows some amazing results sometimes, but in general, he's always been like, well, I'm not sure if Avenge can quite get into Code S. Is he good enough? And now he's got a chance to try to prove himself. And a lot of people are saying this is the easiest group. I think that may actually be true. I mean, it's really lucky for him to be in this group of all groups. And he's the last hope for ZenX. ZenX is still looking for the thing right now, and if this guy is able to get into Code S, maybe some sponsors will be interested in giving ZenX the thing that they're looking for, which of course is sponsorship.
I thought you were going for money.
Well, sponsorship leads to money, and if he does well, if he gets into the Code S finals, he can use that money to help out his team, of course, as well. Now we'll see if Keen can take this player out. The map is Antigua, and it's loaded. Keen already up a game. If he secures this game, it'll be pretty good for him, taking a 2-0 lead. We'll see if Avenge can take him out at the GSL up and down matches with Wolf and Caldor.
In the red, to the left side of the map, we have our player for Team ZenX. It is the first TVP of the day, and here is
ZenX Avenge.
ZenX Avenge, our first Protoss player that has to face a Terran in this up and down matches of the day, and this is going to be pretty interesting. He is not the best player against Terran. We'll talk about this in a second. Right now we have on the left side of Antigua Shipyard, in the blue, our Terran player starting for Team MVP. We have
MVP King.
I wanted to announce something. Thank you to Slasher for tweeting at me this news. TSL Colt and Quantic Naniwa have both been seeded into Code S for GSL Season 2 for 2012.
Yes, they have, and I think well deserved. My personal opinion.
Yeah.
And
there's actually statements written by GOMTV regarding their seeding. Everyone pretty much knows why these players have gotten in, because like you said, they pretty much deserve it. You can read the exact written reasoning from GOMTV at GOMTV.net. Early scouts for both players here, and it looks like he will be able to get in because there's no SCV to block with another depot. So Keen intentionally allowing the probe to scout. And it will be a 1 barracks expand.
this is also the reason, the news that was just announced by Wolf, which is obviously also the reason why both of these players have not been seen at the Code A qualifiers. And I've been talking to Coach Lee yesterday. Holt was really happy when he heard the news that he does not have to actually participate in the Code A qualifiers. He has done very well lately. Obviously his win at Assembly played a huge role in all of this. And Naniwa, on the other hand, despite the news that he, especially because of the news, he's been lettering like crazy lately. He had like 12-hour training days, and he has, I think, one account in the top 25 of the Korean Grandmaster League right now. So he is doing very well and is not taking this lightly. He knew that he made a couple of mistakes in the past, but he wants to redeem himself, and he is just trying to play as much as possible to prepare for his Code S matches so that he can show the world that he is actually really honoring this invite.
I agree. Keen, man, he has actually been playing this build out so well. He intentionally shows his opponent the command center in the hopes his opponent will one gate expand, and then does an eBay block. And look at this. eBay gets to like 98% before he cancels it. Perfect timing on the eBay, and he is going to delay the Nexus so much. There's nothing a Protoss can do about this. There's absolutely nothing. He cannot just add a second gas and try to transition another way. He has to just keep making probes and have a Nexus that's late. He just has to accept that fact.
Keen is very, very good against Protoss. He actually has a 69% win ratio. It's his best matchup by far. And he just recently defeated Ace with the 2-1 in Code A. He was able to take down Todd in the KSL. He was successful against Mexet with 2-0 in the first round of Code A as well. So a very, very accomplished TVP player. Avenge, as mentioned earlier, is not the best player against Terran, and right now Keen is looking already very, very strong in this game.
He's denied the Nexus so long.
Yeah.
And Avenge has not been able... There's no way... In general, if you get eBay blocked as a Protoss, there's no way to really punish that. There's no way to just add another gas, add some gateways, and put pressure on as you expand. It just takes too long. Especially cross positions on a map like this, it's just too far. So he just has to accept the fact that his Nexus is late. There's nothing else he can do. The Marine pressure coming out for Keen is actually, he's avoided the Stalkers intentionally. He may be able to catch some probes. I doubt it though, with the 1 sentry about to pop out here. I don't think he'll be able to get the sentry, but if the sentry's not paying attention, he may. Yeah, he's going to be fine though. Yeah, does have to pull some probes temporarily. And he may get one. Does get one probe. Loses the 5 minerals it was carrying as well.
Yeah, takes down one of the probes, and in total the harvest account is now about even, which is usually what you don't want when you're a Protoss because of the mules. The mule advantage now quite significant for Keen, especially because the expansion for Avenge is done just now, very, very late. Wolf just mentioned how long this engineering bay actually blocked the Protoss player. So, very, very nice game for Keen so far.
He lost a Stalker at the front as well, and Avenge has queued up 5 probes on his Nexus. That's how desperate he is right now. Looking a little bit embarrassed, to be perfectly honest. And he's queued up 5 probes at both Nexuses. I mean, he is trying desperately to spend his money. His production is not quite where it wants to be. You can see a lot of nervousness in his play, not a lot of finesse.
I would be nervous.
I would be too, man, playing against Keen with how good his matchup is.
With this start especially, you already know that you are in a little bit of a problem. You have your very, very late second base, and the Terran player is just in a position where he can get everything prepared for his drop play, for his pushes. We have him now with the factory completing. Stim is halfway done, +1 attack already on its way. And usually it's kind of like the Protoss player who tries to get his upgrades early in the game in order to have this advantage, but Keen is already way ahead of him.
This is weird. We have a scan in the main. He scans. Will he see the Warp Prism? Oh! He saw it for a second. He also saw the Immortal and the Sentry, so he's going to be knowing he's dealing with a very unique Warp Prism drop. He's actually going to move out in pressure right now. He will probably rally his barracks back home as this pressure goes off so he can defend against us. Actually, Avenge is just not going to do it.
73 against 68. Supply numbers, and we have the robotic space about to finish, so he will start with his first Colossus very, very soon.
I don't know about this attack Caldor by Keen. He doesn't quite have enough units. His stim is going to finish, but even so, his unit group is so small.
I don't think he's going to commit. He's just trying.
Now he's
wow,
stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck, exactly.
But with this flank, oh, that was an awkward force field, and
oh,
a ton of hesitation by Avenge. And this is the best thing Keen could have hoped for, but even so, he will lose all of his units. Nice micro actually pulling weakened Zealots back.
Yeah, he's actually not doing all that bad. The problem is, as you were already mentioning, he was trapped. He could not get his units out, but still he traded very well. At least he did some damage. When I saw those units move out, the units of Avenge that is, and Keen walking up the ramp to the third, I thought he would lose everything without dealing a lot of damage on his own. He still lost the trade, but it was not too bad.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. You put it very well. 2 Immortals now out, and the Warp Prism remains alive. He has not yet used that. He's actually floating empty across the map now. +1 armor is on the way for our Terran player, and in fact, he already has +1. That's one thing that he's going to have above Avenge. Avenge has no forges, whatsoever right now, is actually adding 2 gateways. He's getting Colossi, he's getting range right now. Looks like he wants to go for a 2-base Colossus timing attack with range rather than going for the late game. And the longer he waits, those upgrades are going to be out, and
Warp
Keen
Prism
may be able to hold this. Here comes the
main
Prism.
base. There it is, and immediately dropping those 2 Zealots.
Yeah,
So far not scouted by Keen.
Prematurely warped 2 Zealots. I like this rather than waiting to get to the main and then warping them. And this way, they'll actually be able to save both of them, most likely. Well, maybe not. Not the best control. But he's actually trading really well.
Oh. Ooh, this is going to be close. And the Marauder survives. Nope.
Look at this. He's actually warped in more. This is not what I don't think any of us expected. Keen didn't expect this either. He's actually killed so many SCVs.
Yeah, he killed a lot of them here.
A huge drop here, though, and the first Colossus looks like it will fall.
14 workers killed by Avenge, though he needs to take down the Colossus, and he does. The Colossus is dead, and now this drop is doing a lot of damage. He can get in there and take down already the robotics bay. This would be huge. Can he pull it off?
I think he will. There's no way to stop it. It's going down. Gets out as well. He didn't start another Colossus before it went down, so right now the Colossus count at 1. It will be for a significant amount of time. The Twilight Council is on the way. No Forges still, and he's missed his Colossus timing because he lost his first Colossus plus the Robotic Support Bay. So now Avenge is in an awkward position. The worker count is 59 to 48, but Keen has a 3rd base, which is now being made into an orbital. He's taking double Forges here, but his opponent's already at 1-1.
Yeah, double Forge now. The upgrade advantage, as Wolf stated, is in favor of the Terran player, though, who did not start +2/+2 just yet. And the thing is that apparently Avenge has completely given up on the notion of getting Colossi into this game. He does not rebuild the Robotics Bay, and he does not have the extended Terminal Lance upgrade. So the one Colossi that he has is like a little bit... I don't know, it's weird.
It's useless. He can't do the timing you want to do. It's a little bit of harassment here. He's actually trading pretty well with the units that are left behind, so even though he doesn't kill very many SCVs, the key is he trades with units, and that's alright. The Vikings that are out now will shut this down entirely. In fact, it looks like he's going to find and kill the Prism, in fact. No way for that Prism to escape. Even the Zealots who will be dropped will be caught by a dropship.
He catches the drop with the Marines. Very nice, very, very cute. Avenge is taking a 3rd now. He's going for the Templar Archive. We have +1/+1 on his way. Is going for Blink. All these upgrades that he needs, but at the same time, Keen finally dropping the Armory so that he can access the +2/+2 upgrades. A little bit of a slip-off here that he didn't build the Armory earlier. He had those resources for quite a while now, so...
He wanted to focus on Viking production as well as the Ghost Academy, I think, and he wasn't sure what he was going to deal with. And with how things turned out, with how successful his drop was, I think he should have gotten the Armory earlier, but he couldn't have known that. I kind of like his choice to just be safe, but now he's getting it up. His opponent's 1-1, and both of them having their 3rd at approximately the same time, despite Keen having the Command Center built. He played, again, like in the TVT, perhaps a little bit too safely.
Avenge is a bit ahead in supply now. We have the first Ghosts built for Key now, and here comes the Storm upgrade for Avenge. So this is actually a pretty cool game, and I think that we will see the Robotics Bay very, very soon for Avenge. Now he's on 3 bases, so he can definitely afford it. And with a Storm and Colossi in an army, that is very hard to deal with as a Terran player.
He's going up to 9 gateways right now, and his 1-1 is about to finish. That will put him at even upgrades with his opponent. Keen taking an upgrade lead, but not following it up. A few mistakes in Keen's play where I see just a lack of finesse. A very strong opening, good micro, good decision-making on the drop. So you see a slight lack of finesse and how his decisions are made.
Yeah, this late Armory definitely was a mistake, and he just started his +2 attack upgrade because of it, which is very late considering how fast he completed +1/+1. We now have already also Charge being researched, and this makes perfect sense. With all those gates that he's adding right now, he needs the Zealots in the front, and he needs something to do damage, so Charge is the upgrade to go for.
Storm is the only thing that Avenge has going for him. He should actually die here. With perfect Storms, he may be able to hold, but there's a Ghost at the front ready. The EMP is going to get a lot of units. Stalkers blink forward to catch the Ghost. They eat an EMP. I think Keen has way too much.
The Storms are not enough. Oh, actually loses most of his Templars already.
That's gonna be game.
They can't do anything at all, and Avenge is dropping in supply like crazy, down to 120 against 180.
Even the Vikings on the high ground.
This is no way that he can come back. Nice Storm, finally a good Storm, but it's too late.
It's way too late. He actually missed a lot of timings after losing his Robotic Support Bay.
Charge not done either.
Nope, everything just going wrong here, and this is going to be it. He's going to rally more units across. He's actually going for the warping in units now.
He has
and
to
that is
pull
gonna
his
be it.
probes, and actually we have the Vikings blocking the Ram, taking on the probes, while at the bottom the Marauders are dealing with the Zealots. Very nice job. GG Avenge leaves the game, is now down 1, and he is taking the second map. He is leading the group now. He's leading his group. Very well done so far. And yeah, this is going, let's see how Avenge is doing in the next games, but for Keen, everything is going very, very well so far, so he is in a 2-0 lead in the group, and well, let's see how he is going to... Most people just expected Keen to actually take one of the 2 spots, and he is definitely fulfilling those expectations, so it's going to be very interesting to see if he is going to succeed in the next games as well. We already have the invite for our next match, which is going to be Boom Boom, and
I'm not sure who his opponent's going to be this time. I think I should check.
And, well, guys, we know that the invites that we've seen today with Polt and Nanivar, especially with Nanivar, is probably causing a lot of controversy. You are always welcome to tweet us on Twitter, and we might get a couple of, well, if you have a couple of nice statements about what's actually going on and what your opinion is, we'll get back to it later.
You guys all know my opinion on the issue. I've talked extensively about that, but it's all over. It's all in the past now.
You can tweet to at ProxyWolf or to me at Calder in the breaks. We'll definitely have a look at what you guys think about the invites for Polt and Naniwa and probably get back to this issue. There's just a lot of discussion going on now about it, as to be expected.
It is going to be Bung Bung against Squirtle, by the way. Yeah, Squirtle will be playing his second game now. He's already won 1 PVZ. Will he be able to get a second one? Bung Bung playing a little bit shakily in his first game. It was his EVZ. He got way outplayed by Yu-Gi-Oh! We'll see if he can take Squirtle out here. The map is Crossfire, so it's a pretty good map for Bung Bung to encounter a Protoss on. Now, I've talked also extensively about how I feel about this Crossfire map. This will be really the last time that we see it. I'm serious.
What are your thoughts on Crossfire?
You can read a lot of tweets I've made about it. You can look up VODs of what I've said about it. You can...
He loves it.
You can actually load up the map in the map editor and see for yourself. You can play Protoss against the Zerg and see how you feel. Then you can think about how I feel.
I like the jacket.
Yeah, I like that jacket, man. It's the puffy prime jacket that made a return.
I like the color.
You know, actually, I don't like it. I don't like those puffy style jackets that much. Looks like a green marshmallow or something.
I don't. Well, they look pretty cool on some people, but I could never pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I can't pull it off. I like Prime's newer jackets though. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are.
I would wear those all the time. I wouldn't be embarrassed. The puffy jacket, it's a little bit. I mean, you like the color. It's not my style.
Well, I was being a little bit sarcastic. That's one of those colors that your mom is giving you a jacket like this because she does not want you to be hit by a car on the street. So.
Alright, we'll see if Squirtle can take out Boom Boom. The map is Crossfire. It's going to be a tough challenge. It's the GSL up and down matches with Wolf and Caldor.